But that's what it's about. It's about the dough. Don't let your fandom, don't let your interests get in the way of that harsh reality that this is all about money. Okay? I, I was kind of itching to make a video. I had some free time tonight, and I was like, man, here's the thing. I haven't bought any cards. I haven't done any research. I haven't had any ideas. So I did the exercise that I recommend all of you do. If you're ever looking for ideas in anything, it could be business, it can be personal life, whatever you have going on. Grab a dry erase marker, any brand. It doesn't have to be you brands. I recommend, but also not completely necessary, but highly recommend it. Get a whiteboard too with it, and then take it off, and then you just start like writing down. Right, you're gonna feel very important. And if you end up writing down something like that makes no sense to anybody, just erase it. Most of these actually have the erasers right on them. It's actually where the dry erase name came from. So it's not wet, and you can erase it. So you see a lot of stuff in the collecting community about good investments. I've talked about it myself. Bad investments, good investments, blah, blah, blah. I thought I would kind of break down my suggested allocations. You can share these. This is not trademarked. Feel free to take this idea as your own. I just want to see my viewers successful in their sports cards investing. This is my breakdown. So this pie, this is your sports card investment, okay? 5% pre-rookie cards. So that's going to be mostly what I'm talking about there is Bowman Chrome. 10% is 1998 Topps Tony Clark cards. I'll get into that at the end because that might seem, a little odd right now, but we'll get into that later. It'll all make sense. 25% would be vintage. There's a lot of debate about this. What I mean by vintage is pre-1981 cards. Pre-1981 Harold Baines cards will be vintage cards. Anything before Harold Baines, BHB, those are vintage cards. And then your blue chips. Your blue chips are going to be 60% Ronaldo, Cantona rookie cards. That's going to be the vast majority of your portfolio. Your ROI going forward, I only estimated this out 20 years, but it's going to be 13.45% annualized. So each year, 13.45. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. 13.45, that is actually, that's really good. That's above the stock market. That's above real estate. That's above investing in used cars. That's really good. So I think I've kind of come across something here that's like extremely potentially lucrative to you guys. So I can already kind of foresee the main complaints about this, right? What's up with the Tony Clark cards? Is it Tony Clark or Will Clark? Tony Clark. What's up with the Tony Clark cards, dude? You're telling me you want me as a serious sports card investor to invest 10% of my capital in Tony Clark cards, 1998 Tony Clark cards? The answer is yes. You can currently purchase these cards for basically nothing, between 5 and 11 cents. Here's the thing. We live in a world where Harold Baines is a Hall of Famer. You just don't know. We just don't know. As a matter of fact, let me do this right quick. Let's go check out the Baseball Reference. See, look at me, guys. I'm doing research. Tony Clark. Let's see if he's got Hall of Fame numbers. Okay. First round pick, second overall. I like this already. Harold Baines was first overall, but 4,532 at bats. Number 2 overall pick. I mean, pencil him in. It's the Veterans Committee, right? That's what they're called. We got a couple problems here. He had a long career. He was a one-time All-Star 2001 with Detroit. 250 homers, 262, 339, 485 triple slash. 1188 hits. Okay, so he's probably not in. But that doesn't change anything. Let's take a look at his comparable players. Similar batters. Jason Thompson. Never heard of him. Kendrys Morales. Travis Hafner. Adam Lind. Adam LaRoche. Chris Davis. Jason Bay. Richie Sexson. Wow. This guy is compared to like the most boring players that I've ever seen compiled. Okay. So that's fine. Let's say Tony Clark does something notable besides what I just described there, right? Let's say that his cards go from 5 cents to 8 cents, right? That's more than a 50% return. It takes very little for that 50% return. Now, there's a risk there having 10% of your portfolio put into a single player that's not Ronald Acuna. But I think the risk is minimal and it's mitigated completely by having 10% of your portfolio there. So, that's basically it. I mean, 60% Ronald Acuna rookie cards. It could be any product. It's fine. 60%. We got 25% pre-1981 cards. Whatever cards you want. 10% 1998 Topps Tony Clark. 5% pre-rookie cards. I give you my keys to the kingdom, you guys. The only question that I expect in the comments here is Stove Sports. Mark, dude, what color Lamborghini should I pick out? You guys are all going to be massively wealthy because that's what sports card collecting is all about. It's about amassing the most return of your money possible. It's about amassing the most wealth, actual wealth, realized returns. You got to actually sell things to get a realized return. But that's what it's about. It's about the dough. Don't let your fandom, don't let your interests get in the way of that harsh reality that this is all about money. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions or any thoughts. I think I'm going to end it there. I don't really have too much to add. I don't think I should let this camera roll for another second. Stove Sports out. I promise I will be back with relative to this actual content.